Is it? I mean, what's the difference between this and Sandra Bland? I mean, which is worse? Them actually coming in and conversating with her and then shooting her in her face, or multiple police officers just shooting through a closed door and killing Sandra Bland?
Was that the Sandra Bland one, or was that the?
Yeah,
remember,
Sandra Bland,
was that? You sure that wasn't? Because Sandra Bland was at the police station, isn't it?
Was that a police station one?
Yeah, that was at the police. You're talking about Breonna Taylor.
Oh shit!
Yeah, yeah, man. You're
see,
talking that. There's so many of them. It's bad that there's so many. This is what I'm saying. This is the states for you. All right, let's see.
Headshot wounded the female. Headshot wounded the female.
All right. So they've shot us in the head. So this is what I'm saying. Even if they believe, I'm telling you now, there was no threat here. But even if they believe there was a threat, headshot. Headshot. You couldn't have shot. You couldn't have shot her in the leg, in the arm.
Okay, Mark. Now, what you're saying, and I always say this, but speaking to police, military, you know, people who shoot guns illegally, that's they don't train. You've got to be a specialist. It's like in the movies and all that. I'm gonna shoot you in your leg, I'm shooting the arm. They're not trained that way. You know, the jab.
Yeah.
You drill that and drill that and that's all they're doing. They're put in situations, and their immediate thing is center mass. And if it's not center mass, it's dome. That's all they're trained for. Now, there are extra opportunities, i.e. outside of your standard training, to bolster the training. You put in more hours, right? So you could put more hours in. So rather than killing people,
shoot to disable.
You can disable people. Now, there's multiple videos. The one that that floats up, and I'm pretty sure it's going to come up on the old X, the filth platform known as X, aka Twitter, is the white male being pulled over by a traffic stop, and he's fighting two officers, pulls a knife out and everything, and they're doing everything but kill this guy. Yeah, that's an immediate threat against two officers, but they're struggling, they're fighting, they're doing all this, they're tussling. He even gets one of their, I think it's a taser or something like that. He's not killed. You got people with samurai swords walking around in Yankee land, in the wilderness of North America, in the belly of the beast, walking around with samurai swords, walking around with guns and stuff. And the police are just, hey, look, we don't want to do nothing to you. We don't want to shoot you. We've got sharpshooters and stuff. Just put it down. Come on, John. Come on, Billy Bob. Just put it down, buddy. We'll go get a beer. We'll go get a McNasty's. But when it comes to people who look like us, Mark,
it's one headshot dead, and I'm not talking about Rocky. The second these men see a black brother or sister, they shoot to kill. 100%. And what I'm trying to say is, you see, this is why I'm not with all of this black man versus black woman argument. Because you see that? He's coming there and kill her the same way I would have killed a black man. When they see us, they see the same thing. This is why I'm not with all that man v woman stuff. I'm not with all of that, because he didn't respect her life or value her life the same way he wouldn't have respected or valued a black man's life. Yeah, this woman was failed. She was failed. She was failed to the highest degree. Clearly, we can see that she has issues. There is no way that she should have been executed at all. Now, police should have a database. Let's say I call the police, to my home. I believe that there's intruders. I'm talking about UK. The police are supposed to know that man who's called us and we go into this house now has mental health issues, meaning that we might get there and he may not deal with us the way a normal person would. Now, of course, I don't have no mental health issues. I'm just using an example. Now, I'm saying with her, surely the police should have known, yo, this woman's not 100%. Because what you've gone into the house for was something that didn't even make sense. You could clearly see that there's no intruder. That's why you were called. Your job's done. There's no intruder. Your job's over. Even if she's got pounds of the high grade in there, you didn't come there for that. Secondly, there's a car in her drive. She said she knows nothing about it. Run the plates. That's the whole point of having this technology. Run the plates. It could be, we don't even know it. We can see now she's got a son, all kind of things. But like I said, look at the yard and everything. It's unkept. There's no man around there. And if there is a man around there, he's a whatless man because he hasn't even so much as tidied up around the yard. So these signs should show you that it's not a normal situation that you're going into. So for it to get to this point is crazy.
Multiple failings, as you say, there is, and also it's the dispatcher generally. Unless it's someone who calls up frequently, they will have like a marker in the control center. They'll have a marker. Oh, it's Maple Drive 187. They keep on calling up. Oh yeah, it's that Sonya Massey. She's a bit odd, you know. Blah blah blah. Obviously, we still need to attend a Devils. But we gotta go and see. You gotta go to this house, Maple Drive. She's a bit. You know, she may be a drug addict or something, but there's a lot of calls we've had to, and you know, you prep them so they're aware they're not running into flipping foolishness.
Exactly.
Fuck.
It's fucking nuts, man. It's
I
nuts.
was on.
It's how many more times?
I'm gonna
What's
go get
Kamala
my
Harris
kid.
saying about this?
What
The hell's Kamala Harris saying? What's flipping my youth saying? Trump.
Well,
What are
Trump.
they saying about this?
Trump has said that if he gets in, police they'll have an easier time with things like this. They'll have an easier time. The states, these feds in the states, I don't see it changing, Noble. I don't see it changing. I feel like they've executed over the years, yeah. Ah man, they've done terrible. It ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change. If you've been around this podcast long enough, how much times have we spoke about these things?
I know.
How much times? Like, it ain't going to change. It's never gonna change. And I'll tell you the truth, you know. The only way it changes is for a man to turn into a rebel, you know, Noble. A real rebel. You see, every time something like this goes down, yeah, I'll say it straight. You see, every time something like this happens, yeah, the following week headlines have to get made. Man.
Yeah.
That's the only way it changes. All this talking and all of that. Once you see a thing like that, the following week, I think it happened once in New York. You remember? You remember once in New York when one man went out in the Bronx?
Yes.
You know, that's the only time, because then that's the only time it changes. Until it gets to that, it don't change. If it don't get to that, it don't change. It stays just like this. Her life meant nothing to them. They're not even nervous or shocked or nothing. They're not even in a state of shock or anything. You've just killed someone. You've just killed an innocent woman. You're not even scared.
A woman as well, not even another man.
Yeah.
Not a man who's coming at you. You've had a tussle with them, or he's had a gun, and I managed to quicker than you. Quicker than you. A defenseless woman.
And the water we've just watched this footage in real time. It takes for a pot of water to bubble and boil. You're talking 7 minutes.
Come on.
So what? She walked over there and within 1 minute she had boiling water. Yeah, these lot are moving mad.
They're devils. They're devils. Thousands of and let's not get it twisted. Obviously, we're supposed to be the
Yeah, I'm not saying
minority.
fucking boiling water in the fucking head. Hey, look, it fucking came right to our feet.
100%.
God damn it.
They still got the gun on it, you know.
You good?
I'm good. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. What's she got? Let her fucking just. God, is that what you do, man?
Fuck.
So where's the third one?
Right.
Nah, there's only 2 feds here.
There's only 2. So why are they acting like she's moving and stuff, and why haven't they
What else do
approached
we
her?
do?
Because Noble, this is how they value. This is
Life.
what they value of a black life.
Yeah.
A black life, even after you've executed the innocent woman, they haven't even approached the body.
No.
They haven't. This is what I'm saying. It's the aftermath of it. This is what I'm saying. They haven't even approached them. Look at this. Look what they've did and how they've acted after the fact. This is how these men are real race soldiers. Facts.
Evil, man.
Straight
and
race soldiers.
You know what's even more sad? You've got Negroes defending the police.
Yeah. House N-words. These things were real things, Noble.
Yeah.
Just because a man's black like you, it means nothing. Even that Candice Owens. This is why I say I'm not into. No, but this is why my thing, I stand by my thing. I'm not in. That Candice Owens, look who kind of man she's married to. It's always people like that. I'm telling you, it's always folks like that. Always. This is wild, man.
Sickening is what it is. It's sickening. And look how much of the family that's out there. We've got siblings out there in the wilderness of North America, and this is what they've got to go through. You call on the help of police, and so again, so there's always there's a thing in deprived areas where we don't call the police. What for? We got to deal with it ourselves, innit? Ain't calling no police. Yeah, we don't talk to police. Yeah. There's songs. Scarface had a song. We don't talk to police.
And I wouldn't either.
I can like in the olden days when our grandparents, police was a last resort because generally the community would be able to deal with things themselves. We're in 2024 now. We don't even know who our neighbors are. We don't know who the hell they're importing from down south, from a different countries and stuff. It's a crazy damn place, man. In the wilderness of North America, you getting Chinese people from China, Vietnam, Guatemala, Brazil, Mexico, Africa. They're all coming through flipping Mexico. And the same thing that they're doing here, they're giving them tents. If they're not giving them tents, they say, oh, here you go. Have this house. We'll build this house for you. Yeah. Da. And the people have to try and live somehow. Someone's outside your door. What? I know it's America and people can't have the right to bear arms. So what? Are you just gonna be posted out all the time with scopes? Look at someone's here. I ain't messing with the police because the police are gonna come to my house and kill me. So yeah, I'm gonna protect my
trust them. You can't trust them. I wouldn't call them. And call them for what? You're the suspect. You're calling them. You're the suspect. You're the suspect. So you're calling them. You're the suspect. Now, not even on top of that, there can't even be any type of words or anything. You see what I mean? There can't be any words said in anger or anything because these men are ready to shoot at a moment's notice. These men are ready to shoot and kill, Two grown white men, two fully grown white men that tower over this woman.
Yeah.
Had to kill it. Yeah, this is crazy. This one's not.
It's crazy. It is, and the system allows it. That's the whole purpose of them joining.
Yeah, America, man.
The losers,
say,
man.
Make America great again. This is what they're talking about.
You better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the fucking pot. Drop the fucking pot.
Nah, yeah. This is mad because she even went down. She went down, Noble, scared. From that point, she ain't doing nothing to her. She went down scared and they still shot her. But all right, let's turn this off.
That's trauma, that is, man. That is so traumatic to see.
You know what's bothered me about this one, yeah? The aftermath. There hasn't been much coverage. Now let's look at the George Floyd situation. The world came to a standstill. Now, I get it that it was during COVID and there was people had a lot more time on their hands. But this is a woman that's been failed multiple times.
I'm glad you brought that up, Martin. Before you continue, I'm gonna hypothesize and say that was done intentionally. Specifically, that Rising Paradise George Floyd. Yeah, that whole thing was done intentionally based upon what was going on. Because as a result, we then had a George Soros, people would deny this, funded Marxists, these black lesbian women, they're into all kind of crazy witchcraft and all this madness. Their website doesn't mention black men. People like me and you, Mark, they don't mention us on Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. I remember how it unfolded. But he was at least given the correct amount of coverage. Everybody was covering it at the time. But like with this woman now, we have watched this video and we have been able to identify that the scene doesn't look normal. The house, the state of the house, how she's talking, the unkept garden, all these things are signs of not a normal situation. She's got a car in her drive. She don't know how the car got there. Not a normal situation. You see what I mean? She's talking very slow. Not a normal situation. So even when she gets up and makes that comment about the rebuke you in the name of Jesus, yo, they didn't need to execute. They didn't even need to shoot. Never mind execute. They didn't even need to shoot. All that needed to happen is put the water down or tip the water into the sink. You've got to
grab her. Just grab her. What are you doing? What are you doing, love? Put that pot down. What are you doing? And that would have been on the video.
That's it. That's it. And yeah, Ari, the Black Lives Matter website clearly says they want to end nuclear families. Yeah, and they have been very successful in doing so. They've been very successful in doing so, in damaging the black family structure. The black family structure is on the ropes, and it's been on the ropes for the past few years. I'm talking in the West, and that has been by design. That's been by design, and it's been executed perfectly to the point where the girls have followed it, and the men have now followed it as well. The black family structure is on the ropes, and it's one of the saddest things, because what drives any community forward is the family. I don't care what no one says. All them Asian brothers you see, even some of my brethren, they wouldn't be where they are without the family structure. Why do you think it's so important for them to build families? A family structure drives forward any community. And they've been successful in damaging that within our communities. Because what? The music, first of all, the social topics, all of that stuff, they've successfully been able to damage that. And I say, even with that, I'm watching it and I keep it real. There's no man present, and there should be a man present. And why I say there's no man present, because maybe she wouldn't need to phone the feds first.
Exactly.
Maybe she could phone the man, and say, yo, brother, uncle, cousin, brethren, ex-boyfriend, boyfriend, baby dad, whoever it may be, yo, I feel that there's an intruder, can you come check it out? He can come around or whatever. And even if he says, yo, I can't come, let me deal with the police. Phone the police, yo, my people, them's in this yard. She's not 100% rare. You see what I mean? But she's having to do that herself. And why is that the fact? This is what I'm saying. A lot of these sisters and these brothers don't understand. Yo, you're not getting no younger. You're only getting older.
Exactly.
So eventually you're going to get to that point where it's you one sitting down in a flat, or you one sitting down in a house,
Come on.
You ain't got no children, nobody that you're on good terms with, nothing.
Just work.
Just working and coming home. The family structure drives forward any community, people. I don't care what no one says. And they've been successful in driving that wedge to the point where I ain't even seen many channels cover this.
Mark, come on. They won't. The half of the topics we discuss. No. Let's not underplay. 2/3 of the topics we discuss, people don't want to touch it because it's uncomfortable. And if they're gonna touch it, it's gonna be Jove rule. It's gonna be a totally different spin on it, rather than dissecting it and calling out. If it's right, of course. But if it's wrong, we've got to talk about it, not just brush it under the rug. Yeah. I'm going out to the flipping Zynga club at 9 o'clock. Lad, doing that content, Mark. Let's not discuss that. Let's talk about flipping Drizzy and his new shoes.
And when there's things like this taking place, and this is what I'm saying, the woman's clearly been failed. We're in a time now, people, where, look, you see, mental health, it's something that can reach anyone in these times. At any time, that can reach anyone during these times, because we're in a mad time of humanity right now. And there's all kind of madness that has been green lit. And at any point, a man's head can go. And I'm just saying, even within a family structure, if it does happen that, you know, you may come off track a bit, at least you've got a unit around you. You see what I mean? Because these race soldiers are not, let me say it straight as it, these race soldiers should not be the first port of call for us. They should be a very last resort.
Exactly.
Because they're always going to look at you as the villain, especially in the States. Especially in the States. We ain't talking UK. Because in UK, let me keep it real, that's not really the case. Not from my experience. But in the States, it is.
But
in the
again, it's
States,
representation in it. You
Yeah.
represent yourself in a certain way where police have to respect.
exactly.
Let's put it out how it's supposed to be put out. Policing in the UK is by consent. We have to consent to what the police are doing. They don't come and dictate. Unless we've committed a crime, then obviously they got to do what they got to do. But outside of that, we are policed by the police. The chief inspector himself said we can't be an effective police authority or force unless we police by consent.
Exactly.
This episode is sponsored by Supreme of the UK. Click the link in the description and support the broadcast.